don't get snippy with me. I'm not talking about you, Wesley. Don't get snippy with me for having a Cafe Neuro. There are no better options around here. Not within 4 minutes walk, and certainly not when it's 9 minutes to, and you need that little caffeinated hit just to start the show right. You know, to start, particularly when you've run out of Bucky. It's sad. It's very sad, you know, when you run out of Bucky. Everyone who's experienced that will know exactly what I'm talking about. That empty, hollow feeling inside. The emptiness that only the delicious purple caffeinated alcoholic beverage brewed by the Benedictine monks in Dorset, I think, while they listen to Bassline House over and over again. The same 3 Bassline House records on repeat these monks have been listening to for 3 decades. They not only do they breathe back fast, they invented Bassline House, niche garage. What else did people used to call it? Just, fidget house as well. They did speed garage. They invented it all. They really did. But look, don't at me. Don't get in the comments about the Cafe Neuro. Look, if that is, you know, if that's triggering to you, fucking hell. There's a whole world out there that is you're going to find very difficult. Very, very difficult. So just imagine that I am your slightly overbearing, pushy father, yeah, that's pushing you out into the world, making sure you've done your homework, not clearing the way for you. Just get out there, make something of yourself, all right? Consider me that man. Not like the over-competitive dad in the Fast Show, you know, the one that just absolutely thrashes his kid, all the sports. Matt, who runs Loop Masters, for anyone that knows him, is that guy. He's not even a dad yet, but it's basically that character. It's hilarious. But look, guys, look, all I'm trying to say, yeah, is just get on with your lives, all right? In an hour, okay? Just obviously sit and listen patiently for an hour to me get triggered. I'm getting triggered so you don't have to, okay? I take the weight of the world, the weight of the triggering on my shoulders. In a way, like Jesus Christ. Yeah? Yes, people have likened me to a dubstep Jesus. Some people have made that connection. Yeah? Some people have made that claim. So call me the Feathery King, call me Dubstep Jesus, call me Spanky McDicksniff. I don't care. I'm taking the weight of the world on my shoulders so you don't have to. So if you would bloody well just, you know, sit quietly and listen for an hour, that'd be very decent of you. God bless you all, and welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes, that's all I want.
You're getting on, you're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm and, of course, on YouTube. Mitten is blowing up the chat, demanding to know why I'm called the Feathery King. The easy way to find that out is to go onto YouTube or the podcast and find the episode entitled The Feathery King. All the explanation you should ever require will be in there. And use your Coffee and Memes workbook with all the work projects for Coffee and Memes to just work through it. And there is a quiz, of course, at the end, just to sort of prove your knowledge. You, of course, have to show you're working for everything. And then you send them to me. I get the red pen out, go over it, make sure everything's up to scratch. And if it's not, put "See Me" at the bottom. And then you come round, we have a discussion. I say, look, you're not really pulling your weight. You're not getting the results you want. If you want to get a good grade at the end of the year, there are a few options to go through. Either you really are going to have to buck your ideas up. Really knuckle down with this coffee and memes work, or we come to an arrangement as such. Just let's say call it a gentleman's arrangement. And, it can entail a number of things. But the important thing to know is that it's a secret between me and you. Okay? It's our little secret. That's how it's done. And, the thing about secrets is that you don't tell them to anyone. So, there we go. Guys. What's going on in the chat? What? What's Dion about? See this. Oh, God. Yeah, so there are some imposters. This is worth addressing. There are some imposters. Another group called Threshold, who are also on Patreon. Do not confuse them. You will know the difference because they've got pictures of fucking seagulls on their Patreon, and not in one place would I ever have a picture of a seagull on the Threshold, on my Threshold Patreon. Anyway, there's some sort of environmental podcast, so obviously nothing to do with me. I burn tyres and put sea turtles in headlocks just for lols. You've got to do something on a Saturday afternoon with a belly full of buckfast, head full of acid. So, we won't get on. So, obviously, they'll be hearing from my solicitor, who's currently asleep in her bed over there. Yeah, talking about you. She's a very long solicitor, but she's happy to work pro bono. Where's that one? Come on. Yeah, man. Guys, look, what have we got today? Fucking slow news week, man. Fucking slow news week. I'm not happy about it. I'm triggered by the real poverty of good news. I don't mean good in terms of actually positive. I mean, you know what I mean. Hackers play porn on electronic billboard on interstate. Bit of fun. There was some shop that has to be shut down for 2 hours because some hackers got porn up on the all the screens in there. They couldn't turn it off. That's fantastic. What else we got? Full-time protester has been kicked off Centrelink for not trying to find work. So, full-time protester is a job, apparently. I don't know what Centrelink is. Oh, I guess it's like the job centre, but for Australia. Okay, yeah. Well, you can see where we're going with that one. Spend the night at a haunted hotel room with a ghost who hates men. Great. I would definitely like to pay to be harassed by a feminist ghost. That is just what I'm after. Go on, work. Piece of shit. Fucking feminist ghost has got an assistant. I mean, what do you think the ghostly... Oh, look at poor blind kitten. Oh, it needs to be rehomed. It's been found on the streets of Prague. Oh. Anyway, come on, let's get some puns going for this this feminist ghost. God, that's her getting in the bloody mix again. Hasn't she got a bloody ghostly patriarchy at Smash? While some folks are still gripping onto summer and some are feverishly prepping for Christmas, there are a few of us who only have eyes for Halloween. In the spirit of the spookiest time of the year, one of America's most haunted hotel rooms has just reopened for the first time since a $28 million makeover. Right, okay. The Reed House in Chattanooga, Tennessee, is home to room 311. The room has a grisly past involving a woman named Annalisa Netherly, who was brutally killed by a lover during the 1920s. The room has since been haunted by a female spirit who hates men, particularly those who smoke. Right, it's real moody cow, huh? Over the years, it's like, yeah, she was murdered. Yeah, all right, we've all been murdered. Over the years, guests have encountered bouts of paranormal activity in the room, including unexplained noises, running water, flickering lights, and of course, shadowy figures. I mean, that's my house at the moment. Seriously, a lot of unexplained water. There are multiple leaks in the ceiling that I don't know what's going on upstairs for them to be leaking. Every time it starts coming... This is a fucking boring story, but I'm going to go with it. Every time, like, in the hallway, drippy, 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 drippy. I think, what's it, an overflowing bath or something? They're getting fresh in the bath. What's going on? Banger, 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 bang, banger. No one's in. Could be a feminist ghost. I don't know. Next, by the patio doors. There's no patio. It's just a garden full of like bed springs and dirty mattresses and an old cooker. Dripper, 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 dripper by the patio door. And that's easily explained by the fact it does it when it's raining. The other one, no current explanation for it. Don't know. Could be mystery ghost water. Could be holy water. Could be those fucking priests up flying over Brighton. God knows Brighton would be a good city to start throwing holy water out of a plane over. The amount of fornication and sin in this city, it is disgraceful. Disgraceful. Anyway, there's more unexplained water in the kitchen. That comes on the floor, though. Doesn't drip, it rises. There are spirits. Also, stuff moves around in the flat. I don't know. I mean, there was a Polish chap who was doing work on it. Maybe he's still got keys. Wouldn't put it past him. He has a mullet. It's often the case. Very busy. Hard worker. All of the positive traits. That we've come to know of the Poles. Nice boy. Maybe he comes in and moves stuff around though for banter. Possible. I don't know. Is that a popular Polish part-time? It's all part and parcel of living in the capital city. Anyway, General Manager Ken Merkel said, after reading all accounts of haunted room 311, we knew the best thing to do was to restore the room to make a pound note out of it. Oh no, to make Annalisa Netherly comfortable with no modern amenities, and we're excited to welcome new guests to share her room. Okie dokie. Room 311 looks and feels like Annalisa's room in the 1920s. There's an AM radio that does not work. Great. Vintage clawfoot bathtub. That's nice. Like that. I would probably be terrified in there. Something of a wuss. I mean, because the thing is, like, I could take probably most people, I mean, when you think about it worldwide, 6'4", I work out, eat a lot of meat, reach, a lot of reach, I'm thinking, look, I'm not, certainly, I don't know, I would say I'm in the top 25% of humans in terms of hardness. But it's worth thinking about, isn't it? Like, size yourself up amongst everyone. I'm a big boy, somewhat loosely trained in unarmed combat. You got to pick your fucking... you working this out, What you doing? You're going to have an MMA fight with everyone? Well, street fight? Gypsy camp fight? What we doing? Bare knuckle... What's the rule set? Let's say it's no holds barred, but no weapons, Place yourself in what percentage of the world are you in? I might even suggest that I might be in the top 10%. I'm a big boy, I mean, I feel like I could beat, barring professional fighters, professional female fighters, female MMA fighters, which is not many, is it? 10,000? Probably less. I reckon I could take most lasses, I think. Don't know. Geezers, untrained, smaller, older, I feel like I could dispatch relatively well. Bigger, younger, stronger, even untrained. Don't know. Not sure I fancy much. But I feel like maybe the top 10%. It is worth having a think about, isn't it? Is it? What? Anyone in the chat keen on this? Guys, how hard are you? Place yourself. Chode said depends how hungry he was. No, that's true, isn't it? Would you want? Well, you don't want to be really full. Christ, no one wants to have a fight when they've just stuffed like a huge Toby Carvery down themselves. That's why the fighting happens before the food at the Toby Carver is. This is an important distinction to make. What Squiff's just retracted something. God only knows what if she's taking it back. It's bad. Anyway, D says, if the dole office sees me fighting, I'll lose my disability allowance. Well, that's the point. Stin can take a bike pedal to the shin pretty good. Well, many, people out there doing the quote-unquote extreme sports, they've learned to take a knock or two. So, You know, and obviously being Scottish puts you in a higher bracket of hardness anyway. Again, worth thinking about. Guys, what's going on? This ghost, bless her, she's out to haunt the patriarchy. There's the vintage clawfoot tub, not a foot tub, an original pull chain toilet. We used to have one of those back in Henfield. We used to live in oldie weldy times, and that was in the outdoor toilet. Oldie weldy times in Henfield. Antique furnishings and distressed hardwood floors, just like it would have been in the early 20th century. No television. Okay, that's quite haunting in and of itself. The no TV feature makes perfect sense. Who needs a bit of Netflix when you can be the star of your own haunting? To stay in the room is a devilish $666. Okay. Well, they really are going to make a pound note out of this. For the package, which includes an overnight stay, valet parking, a decanter of gin, and breakfast, and a $100 dining credit at the hotel's Bridgeman Chop House restaurant. Oh, lovely. Chop House. Oh, that sounds good. A chop house. Wow. Another interesting point here. Why lamb chops, pork chops, no such thing as beef chops? What's the deal? Why do we call them steaks? You know? Like a T-bone steak, you know, with your sirloin on one side, fillet on the other. By a different ruminant, you'd call that a chop. Again, it's worth thinking about. Room 311 has also housed another interesting guest over the years. While travelling through Chattanooga on his way to the federal trial in Chicago, American gangster Al Capone stayed in the room. Well, how about that? During his stay, the windows of room 31 were barred to prevent him from making a run for it. The last renovation saw the reinstallation of this feature so that today's guests could have more of a historical experience, or, you know, not be able to escape from the supernatural feminist forces at play. Wow. Well, it looks nice. I'd quite like to decorate my house in the way that they have. I mean, I'd like to decorate it in general, but yeah, it's good. What are you on about, eh? Is it the ghosts? Is it the ghosts of... Wow, the ghosts of the trickstar thoughts. Hey, look, you barricaded in. You can't get out now, can you? Pathetic. Guys, look, what are we talking about? Shoe throwers. Let's get the show on the road. A few nice bits, actually. DC Brakes and Smooth. Oi. No, probably not. And this bit by Dispersion. Dispersion? Yeah, Dispersion. It's called Wow. Mitten is at the doctor's to discuss his gender reassignment surgery, and I must say I wish him the best of luck. I really do. dispersion. It's called wow. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Wow. Nice outro. Oh, kind of really nipped it off at the end there, I will say. Really crimped off the end. Like a sharp clipper. Oh, Christ. Anyway, enough of that. What? Medical mystery. Who cries crystal tears, believed to be faking the condition. Well, I could have told you that. Crying crystal tears. Who's gone to visit? There, Julian Assange. What's going on? A woman who claimed she was in agony as a result of crying crystal tears is now believed to have been faking the condition. That is shocking. God. Tell you what, when you can't even believe... Look, we're supposed to believe women, aren't we? And this bitch's out here claiming she's crying crystal tears. Yeah? You're bringing the rest of the lasses down, love. Well, Satnik Kadzierski from Spandarian in Armenia made international headlines after puzzling doctors claiming she cried up to 50 of the painful jagged edged tears a day. It was initially thought that she may have been suffering from a rare medical condition. However, the mother of one is now suspected to have put glass particles in her own eye. Yeah, wow. That's dedication to a lie, isn't it? Detailed analysis of samples is still underway, but experts think she is suffering from Munchausen syndrome, a type of mental disorder which leads people to fake illnesses and self-harm, often as a means of gaining attention. Personally, I'm a fan of Munchausen's by proxy. This is where you convince or make someone else ill. I'm thinking about doing it to Jim from Rankin Radio. I mean, he's ill enough as it is. Obviously, he's extremely overweight and suffers all the ill health attached to morbid obesity. But I might try it, I don't know, what's a good illness that I can try and convince him that he's got? Maybe he double it up by proxy. I could try and convince him that he has Munchausen's by proxy, that he's trying to convince people that really gaslight him up, that he's convincing people that his dog's ill. His dog's not ill, she's just a bit, God bless her. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I'll convince him. So we'll use my own Munchausen's by proxy to convince him that he's got it. Then maybe he can try and convince the dog she's got. I mean, it's anarchy, really, isn't it? It's not a good use of an afternoon. We want to have a day off, a no screen Sunday. Yeah, no screen Sunday. Maybe that's a different option, isn't it? You could do it in the pub. Convince a relative or friend that they're ill for no good reason other than your own amusement. Just putting that out there. It's an option, isn't it? Screenless Sundays. Screenless Sundays. Hey, Mum, are you okay? I'm concerned. I think you might have drop foot. You know? Have you lost all the feeling in your toes? Well, no. Have you, though? I think you might have done. You're walking a bit funny. Actually, your knee's all right. Sure, you came in with a bit of a limp, did I? Yeah. You've got drop foot. What? No, I don't know. Yeah, you could maybe forge some Google results or something. Yeah, oh yeah, classic signs of drop foot. That is of denial. Is the first sign. Mrs. Kadzierski and her mum-in-law, Zemifira Michaela, insist the glass tears are legit. However, Professor Anne of the Armenian Republic Ophthalmological Center, some place in Armenia, is almost 100% sure this isn't the case. She said the crystals look just like ordinary glass. I'm almost 100% sure that the patient suffers from Munchausen syndrome. Oh, look, there they are. Wow. Okay, that's dedication, man. I mean, is there a thing that it could possibly be, or is it just... While it might seem obvious that she doesn't actually cry crystals, there is actually a rare genetic condition called cystinosis, a metabolic condition caused by a gene mutation which could cause crystal-like tears, according to Moscow's leading eye specialist, Professor Dmitry Maychuk. However, he said it would take months for one as large as hers to form, not hours. He said, in theory, the formation of such crystals is possible, but they should be smaller and injure the eye. Okay, it's treatable, but she claimed her condition only gets worse when she took the prescribed medication. Go Skype, will you please? Her case was quite literally brought under the microscope when a team from Russian television station NTV went to visit her and collected a sample of her crystal tears last month. The sample was subsequently examined by a gemologist who concluded the sample was glass, simple glass. I mean, she get enough out? Let's just assume she's telling the truth and she is crying glass. Tears of glass. Maybe it's a side effect of a heart of glass. Could you get enough together? I mean, you sort of recycle it, make it into something. Little trinkets, jewellery, That could, set up an Etsy store. Look, I'm trying to help. Again, why does it fall to me to come up with the ideas? Ridiculous. Shouldn't the doctors be going on about this? Speaking about how the crystal tears began prior to the sample being examined, she said, I was at the dentist. Said, oh yeah, I was dentist in that lake. Now, I got dust in my eye, hurt us in that lake. So I went to a fucking eye doctor in that lake. Now, a few crystals taken out of my eye. Now, every day is turning to hell. All the doctors are in shock and that they don't even believe us in that. Aye, they think I'm just some raggy lunatic. They have not encountered such diseases that don't know how to treat in that lake. They have not even diagnosed it. Armenian Deputy Health Minister, Organas, said the woman's case was still being studied in order to figure out what's going on. Okay. To quote unquote, figure out what's going on with the patient. Right, so that's how diagnosis works, isn't it? I think so. Oh, God. Well, thanks for that article, Jake Massett. You really have shone a light on what is clearly a very interesting case of potential Munchausen syndrome. Man tests Tesla's Smart Summon feature by trying to run himself over. Hold on, this looks much more interesting. Posh turf war teens spared jail because they wouldn't cope in prison. Is that a good... God, look at the fucking Barnetts. Anyway, a group of friends who beat up a teenager in a turf war between two towns in Oxfordshire have been spared jail. Turf war? Posh turf war? What's going on? Ciarán Clifton, 19, dragged his victim, 17, out of his car and beat him while shouting, "You're going to be unrecognisable." I was saying, "You're going to be unrecognisable after this." And, "Do you want to stab me? I shall rough you up, boy. I shall give you the thrashing of your young life." He was joined in the attack by C. Smith, 18, Daniel Clifford, 22, and Joshua Campbell, 19. The group have been drinking amaretto together throughout the day at the Fat Fox in Watlington. "Look, I may well be roused up on amaretto, but that does not mean that I can give you a bloody good roughing up." Is this the victim? No, this is the boy who led the attack. Okay, wow, he looks like a real I think I could definitely take him in a fight. Whether he's roused up on the amaretto or not. They had been informed that the victim, identified as being one of the Thame lot from 10 miles away, was on his way to Co-op in Watlington. He's going to the Co-op! The goddamn commoner. Outrageous. There's a waitress just round the corner. Unbelievable. Clifton started the attack because he believed his girlfriend of 4 years had dumped him because of the victim. Right. Okay, so when you say... are you referring to a woman as TERF? Richard Hartley Parkinson. That's wow, this has got 47,000 shares. Jesus. That's how you refer to women, is it, Hartley Parkinson? That's just someone's TERF. Is it a woman? Yes, an actualized human woman. It's just a man's turf. Nice one, Hartley Parkinson. It's Josh Campbell. He's given a 12-month suspended sentence. He ran towards him, shouting, "Get out of the fucking car! I'm going to smash your head in!" However, his bravado slipped when he arrived in court with his lawyer, Jane Brady, telling Judge Nigel Daly at Oxford Crown Court, it's fair to say he's absolutely terrified of going inside. It's not a place for a boy like him. He should be in a gentleman's club or an upmarket restaurant. That's more the place he should be. Not a prison cell with all those ruffians, who've committed actual crimes, Like giving a young fellow a thrashing for stealing a girlfriend, I mean, it's par for the course. This boy's too pretty for prison. They'll bum the bejesus out of him, and we cannot stand for the upper classes being bummed in prison. His mother would have concerns about her son's ability to cope in such an environment. Couldn't you say that, about anyone who's potentially facing prison? His mum don't want him to go, so it's probably not fair. His mum says, he's just a baby boy, It's a little. No, I know I said baby. I'm not talking about you. Bless you, baby. But no, lie down. Oh, good girl. Yeah, mummy says I wouldn't cope. Mummy says that I'm her baby and that babies don't go to prison. Babies don't go well in prison. No, I'm mummy's baby and mummy baby no go prison. Clifford was praised by his own lawyer for having abstained from cocaine for 2 weeks ahead of the sentence. Round of applause. Woo! Set him up a Patreon. 2 weeks off the nose bag. Previously, he had spent £400 a week on cocaine and cannabis. Well, so he's got a pound note about him. He saved £800. He should give that to the victim. Gamble's lawyer said he should not be jailed because he feels rehabilitated already. This is insane. No, I've learnt my lesson. I shan't thrash the boy again. I shall not thrash any boys. Meanwhile, Smith's lawyer said he absolutely regrets the decisions that were taken and what unfolded. It's Dan Clifford there. Don't know what that is behind him. Judge Daly said this group incident on a single young man was totally unable to protect himself. He was dragged from a car, kicked and punched, and suffered significant injury, bruising, damage to his teeth, needed to be on crutches for a week. For some reason, this man was deliberately targeted, perhaps because he came from Thame and you four from Watlington, and there has been bad blood between the two factions. Turning to Clifford, he said, "You accepted being significantly involved in violence. You played a leading role in what went on. You have not accepted that you have any issue with drinking. Drink, in my view, played a significant part. Drinking Coca-Cola and Amaretto. I'm surprised you were not sick." This judge is not taking it seriously. Look at the state of this geezer's hair. Unbelievable. Look at that forehead as well. Fuck me. Clifton, Campbell and Clifford were given 12-month prison terms, suspended for a year. Smith was jailed for 8 months, suspended for a year. They were all given community service in order to pay $3,000 in court costs and compensation. Judge Daly concluded, "You better mend your ways. It's been 18 months since this has happened. It would appear that each of you stands to have a good chance of rehabilitation." They're little posh cunts. They're not out there living a life of crime. They're fucking drunk morons. They think they're hard. They've now realised that they're not hard. I mean, this has been your last chance. Appear before me again and you know exactly where you're going. Yeah, I mean, do you get first offences? Do you go to prison for beating someone up first offence? I don't know. Well, perhaps they're not black enough to go to prison for a first offence. What do they say in the comments? All should have gone to prison, irrespective. 2 of them for their dreadful Muppet hair, if nothing else. Yep, fine. 49 likes. Yep, that's correct. See, people know what's what. All should have been jailed. Bloody cowards, the lot of them. Wouldn't cope in jail. Ha ha. Who gives a toss if they would cope or not? Oh yes, of course. I would be very surprised if there were not comments basically advocating for them to be raped in prison. That's generally what kind of they should be in prison. They should have a lot of fun dropping the soap, if you know what I mean. Like, right, okay. Posh judges looking after their own. Seems to be how things are done these days. Council estate prison, money slap on the wrist. Don't do that again. I don't know. Do people go to prison for like first time defence like that? I don't know. Should they go? I don't know. It's not up to me to decide. I mean, give them a slap, send them on. I mean, I'd say you let the victim get like two free punches on each of them. Good free punches though. Like, train for a few months. Like, yeah, look, let's have sentences that fit the crime a little bit better. Okay, so how about each one they're 4-on-1, yeah? So maybe matey boy, victim, he gets rustle up another 3 mates, and then he gets to in turn drag each one of them out of the car, give them a thrashing, off his tits on gear and amaretto. Maybe that would work. Don't know. Sorry, I can't give a more conclusive, position on that. Right, good. Okay, where are we? Let's have more shoe throwers. It'll be fine. It'll all be okay. Robbie T. This is a moody one. This is on... what are we on here? Seminal Sounds. It's called Clarity. Yeah, come on. 4 black lads off the estate. Pull a posh white boy out the car, do him over. They're doing time, aren't they? Let's be honest. 4 Scotsmen, yeah. Yeah, get them in. Come on. Irish, get them in. Come on. D said same judge let a 17-year-old girl off for stabbing someone multiple times at the fun fair. I think if you're stabbing people, you definitely need to go inside for that. Seems reasonable. D, I think we definitely should get this Millie girl that stole Zed Bias's USB on the show. I mean, I'd be happy to give her own show on whatever she can have. She can take the morning slot. I'll move. You know, she did nothing wrong in my opinion. She said she's doing a resident advisor mix. It's got at least another minute of this. Looks like this outro's going all the way. Robbie T playing for keeps with the outro. Damn. Wow. Wow. Really stringing it, really over-egging the pudding. Wow, that pudding is very eggy. The lily has been well and truly gilded. Like it just cut. Wow, Robbie T, clarity there. That was nice. Sort of constipated little number there. Yeah, good. You know, probably not the sort of thing I'll play because, just jump up now. Just play Foghorn. You know, just call me Foghorn Leghorn. You know, just Foghorn. Anyway, guys, listen. Yeah, what we're doing. Hold on, another story there. Feel free to smash the like button if you would like to. It's been a bit of like-dislike banter recently, which is, amusing in a sense, and also just kills the reach of videos. So, just, think about it. Anyway, guys, where are we? There's, here we go. British man dies of suspected heart attack while watching adult film in Italian sex shop. Please press F to pay respects. British man has died while watching porn in a sex shop in Italy. 60-year-old, who's not been named, was on a cycling holiday when he parked up outside the shop near Marghera, near Venice, on Friday afternoon. While paying $5 for 15 minutes of film watching time, he headed to a private booth and locked the door. However, staff became concerned when he hadn't re-emerged for more than 30 minutes. Owner Franco Garoni said they found him collapsed on the floor upon entering the booth. Speaking to The Sun, he said, I'm going to do a really gross Italian accent. I don't know. Maybe he's Italian American. I never seen him before. He came in after leaving his bike outside. He cycled on his way to Venice or some fucking thing. And asked about watching a sex film. I said, fucking, you come to the right place. Uncle Pauly's got the fucking sex films on there. $5, 15 minutes. What the fuck do you want from me? Gives you 15 minutes. A red light comes on. Show you that we're busy. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't come back half an hour. We gotta look. This motherfucker's collapsed on the floor. Some sort of porn-related death. God damn, he must have been really spanking it in there. thinking about it, he did seem tired when he came in. Now I think about it. So, what do you think that the prawn was going to sort of replenish him? You know, you've cycled a long distance. Oh, you're half tired. What do you want? One of those fucking gel packs from Decathlon? No. Porn. Hardcore Italian pornography. That's what you need to revitalise. You know, really clear out the lactic acid. You know, just really, level you out. Staff called for an ambulance, but paramedics were unable to revive the man, who was pronounced dead at the scene and transported to a local mortuary. Police spokesman told The Sun, "We're investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a British cyclist on the premises of a local business." 2016, a man in Detroit died after being distracted by porn on his phone while driving. Clifford Ray Jones, 58, was killed instantly when his 1996 Toyota crashed and he was ejected through the sunroof of his car. Wow. Jesus. Police found his body, which was naked from the waist down, near the car. That's a rough way to go, isn't it? Damn. I wonder how that porn ban things, the age verification thing for the porn is coming along. Not very well, eh? If they wouldn't mind hurrying up with this Brexit, we could get on with our porn ban and make our children safe. Because obviously, as we all know, making it 18 and over on the internet will stop any children from ever seeing the prawn, as we know. So, Boris, wouldn't mind getting your act together, getting this bloody Brexit sorted, for better or worse, just getting on with it, getting it one way or the other. That would be cool. Sorry, long dog. She don't care. Straight back to sleep. Anyway, guys, look, there are other things to get into. Suspected drug smugglers found floating on packages of cocaine. 3 suspected drug traffickers were discovered allegedly using packets of cocaine to stay afloat after their boat sunk off the coast of Colombia. What a comedy of errors, eh? What a comedy of errors. The strange scenes were filmed by rescuers after members of the Colombian Navy spotted 3 men in the Pacific Ocean, 30 nautical miles off the coast of Tomaco, in the Nariño department of Western Colombia. In the footage, you can see the men in the water surrounded by packages of what were allegedly cocaine. According to the local media reports, the rescuers threw one of the men a life ring as the others used the packages to stay afloat. Local media said their boat is believed to have sunk after being hit by a big wave. All the 3 were rescued were given medical attention, having been floating for about 3 hours. 4th person is said to have also been on board the boat, but was not rescued in the operation, meaning the Navy is continuing to search for them. Authorities have confirmed the packages contained 1.2 tons of cocaine and said that the 3 men were arrested and placed at the disposal of the corresponding authorities to be prosecuted for trafficking, fabrication and handling of narcotics. Well, being Colombia, they'll probably be released and back with the cartels. Oh, dog's got that coffee cup. Be right. Colombian Navy has reportedly seized a total of 163 tons of cocaine so far this year. Meanwhile, police in Australia managed to complete a drug bust of their own with the help of a huge seal, no less. Oh yeah, fucking seals are narcs now. Great. Brilliant. I'm glad the killer whales kill them and throw them in the air. Fucking narcs. Jesus. They are the Takeshi 6ix9ine of the aquatic world in many ways. Fucking narcs. Guy, look, let's have one more of these bits, yeah? And then, God knows, we can all go back to our wives. DC Breaks and Smooth. It's called Spectrum. It's got it all going on, as you've come to expect.
Hello. Welcome. You join us tonight for a very special journey. One I think you'll find highly illuminating. Tonight, we're going to be traveling light. We're going to become light. How is this possible? I hear you ask. The answer, intrepid friend, is your imagination. So, when you're ready, let's begin.
Power Jen's in the chat. Jenny, you on at 11? Come let me know.
When you're ready, let's begin.
Looking good. Power Gen will be up at 11 with the positive energy. With the positive ions. Yeah, that's DC Breaks and Smooth. It is entitled Spectrum. It is available now for purchase, stream, and your general listening pleasures. Guys, Jen is coming up at 11 for 2 hours of good news, 2 hours of good tunes, 2 hours of good vibes only. Yeah, man. Listen. That's so annoying. This bloody thing, if anyone's listening on the app or on the website, it says fucking smorgasbord sessions now almost every day when I do the show. I don't know why. I pay a small fucking fortune every month for this bloody radio playout system, and all it does is kick me in the tits, metaphorically, every day. It's kicking in the tits. There's no need for it. No need for it. Guys, switch over to threshold.fm. to listen to Power Jen's show for the next couple of hours. You will not regret it. She's my friend. She's your friend. She's a friend of Jesus Christ. She's a friend of Dubstep Jesus. She's a friend of Street Jesus. Anyway, guys, look, Thank you to everyone that is supporting on Patreon. You're wonderful folk. I mean, you know, even the people who don't support, they're wonderful folk as well. They're also subhuman scum, but that's fine. You know, we just, you know, we have to learn to accept them, not as our equals, but, you know, just, you know, accept them for who they are. That's fine. Guys, thank you to everyone that's on the VIP list. Greg Cornford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matt Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Sam Howard, Tony Jade, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Scrivington, Liam, the Man Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STD, James MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Nelson, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Double Progress, Sergeant, John Bates, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Owen Bates, Lee Fuller, D, General Jeremy, Flaxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Not That, Tom Robinson, Daz Masher, Connor Smites, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Wolf, Meatloaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robert Card, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, Hitch, Muffs, L Tech, Willow, Ben Vogo, Dentwee, Lupus, Salazar, Bish Walsh, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately, is George DC, Anthony Sharp, Claudia Loveschmidt, Banished, Ren Moshe, Jimid, John Forsyth, Anderson, PSN Godlike, MC Hammer, Daddy, Your Mum, Leonardo Gervais, and Big 8. Guys, I love you dearly. Tune in to Power Gen for the next couple of hours and just, you know, just try and live a good life, you know, try and get out there and live right, you know, because who knows, tomorrow you might get kicked in the tits by a horse. You know, what were you doing underneath the horse in the first place? Looking for horse beans, maybe. Occupational hazard. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Coffee and Moons. Goodbye.